Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Sam Kwak, and welcome back to day three of Before You Go to Bed, Watch This Video. This is a more of a plug video for my own personal sharing, my thoughts, my day, my journey, my experience, an opportunity where I can just be human and kind of share my thoughts with you guys throughout the day. So overall, today has been really great. We filmed three total podcasts today. And we're anticipating to film two more podcasts this week, which we're going to go ahead and release it throughout this week. And we have so many videos coming out, super duper exciting for the channel because I'm going to show you guys and share a lot of fun things. Which one video that we're going to go ahead and create and share with you guys is we're going to go undercover into one of our own apartment building, and we're going to go ahead and check out what our tenants are doing to see if they're up to no good, right? And just kind of see how the condition of the property is, because a lot of times if we just don't check, it can get problematic. So we're gonna have a video made where myself, Daniel, and our content manager Chris, we're gonna go in undercover on our own apartment building to see how our tenants are doing and the condition and things like that. So that should be fun. We're gonna cover videos like, should you invest in the ghettos? Should you invest in the ghettos? We're going to cover another topic of how do I start building passive income in my 20s. So we're going to have all sorts of new videos that we're going to release and launch pretty soon here. Super duper exciting before April. And you guys know that. Sorry, I had too much salt, so something's happening in my throat. Maybe a sip of water would help. So as you guys know, April, we're launching a book, how to go from 0 to 75 rental units. So we're just tiling the book 0 to 75 units in 1 year. So we're going to be launching this book April 1st. I don't know if we're going to make the deadline because we were supposed to send out the book to the printing company and they were supposed to print everything. So I don't know exactly if we're going to meet the April 1st timeline. We have everything else but the books printed. So we're going to have that book ready to go and launch on April 1st for you guys, and we're giving it away for free. So there's nothing better than free, right? So we're gonna give it away for free. In exchange, we're gonna ask you guys to go and just cover the shipping, and that's all there is to you guys having to pay for anything really. So our cost for the book will cover it. You're just gonna have to cover the cost for shipping pretty much. So overall, today's been great. We had some new customers and clients we picked up. Super excited for those new clients. Super excited for a coaching client that we're about to take on. Actually, we're about to take on 3 coaching clients this week. So super duper exciting to show them the magic behind how to go from being, having 0 real estate success to creating ultra high real estate success. So let's go and talk about our topic today. I don't want to keep on rambling. My throat's a little scratchy. I don't know why. It must be the food that I ate earlier. But today's topic, we're going to talk about never ever quitting. And I want to share 2 stories with you guys. One, it's a little bit more personal to my heart, and second one being more of a anecdotal story. So to share my personal and my I guess from my own journey, from my own experience, and this is back in 1998. Okay, this is before 2K, right? The whole 2000 year 2000. This is 1998, back in when I was in Korea. So I moved here in the United States in 1999. This is 1998 in Korea. And I remember my dad telling my family, hey, we're going to go move to the United States. We're going to immigrate to the United States. For those who know our personal story, my dad is a pastor. So on 1998, he received an assignment to move over to the United States to start a church, an immigration church for the Korean population here in Chicago. So here in Chicago, we have about 250,000 Koreans that live here and reside here. And he was assigned to come here in Chicago to start a church from Korea. So if you guys know the process, you have to go apply for a visa, and you typically do that through the American Embassy, the United States Embassy. And it's a long, drawn-out process. I've gone through it a couple times, and I remember when my dad applied for the visa for the entire family, And first try, we got denied. Okay, the United States said, nope, not coming in, right? It said, we're going to deny your visa. Sorry, try again next time. We applied again. And then second time, guess what? They said no too. Third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11th time, guys. The United States immigration said, nope, you guys are not coming into the United States. Now, they did at one point grant the visa approval for my dad only, but not for us, right? It doesn't make sense if you know, our family, the intention is to move over there, but only my dad gets the visa, not us. That doesn't make sense. So obviously we're all trying to apply for the visa like over and over and over again. And on the 12th time, we, as a family, got approved for the visa to come to the United States. Now, here's something that I learned from that moment. Here's something that I learned from between 1998 to 1999. And seeing my parents go from first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, all the way to the 11th attempt to apply for a visa to come to the United States. Back then I was 6 years old, 5 years old. You know, I learned something about not giving up, right? Seeing my parents having this mission of wanting to come to the United States, seeing them that they don't give up in their visa approval process, it made me realize that if you want something out of life, if you really want to achieve something, whether that's real estate investing, becoming debt-free, building your own business, becoming financially free, whatever that looks like to you, if you truly want what God has given you in your heart, then you pursue it relentlessly, right? Never, ever quit. If you make that commitment to your goals, your dreams, and your vision, okay, no matter how many and how long of a period it takes, okay, you pursue it night and day, 24/7, 7 days out of the week, 365 days out of the year. You pursue it relentlessly until you achieve what is set out for you in your purpose and your mission. So for my family, it took us 11 tries to come to the United States. Okay, for some people, they probably would have given up after 3 or 4 times. They probably would have ended up going to Canada or going to Australia, right? They would have chosen an alternative path. But for us, we were laser guided focused like that. We knew the United States, that's the only option that we had. And we digged deep into our purpose and realized, okay, we need to keep taking action. We need to get to the United States, even if it takes 100 tries. Luckily, we only had to do 12 tries to get to the United States. So we're incredibly blessed not having to do 100 times, which I believe I think at a certain point, the United States blacklists you. I don't know how that works, but that's my personal story. That's how I learned. If you want something out of life, you must absolutely do everything you can, possibly with all your energy in your vein, to achieve it. The second story I want to share with you is from a book called Think and Grow Rich. And there's a story called 3 Feet from Gold, 3 Feet Away from Gold. So if you guys read the book, you guys already know where I'm going with this. But if you guys haven't, I hope that this story will kind of give you a teaser for you guys to want to get the book. It's called Think and Grow Rich. But there's a story in the book, earlier part of the book, where a gentleman, this is back in the 1800s during the gold rush, people were moving towards west to seek wealth and glory and rich by finding gold, right? There were literally gold everywhere. And this particular gentleman, he ends up finding a plot of land where he realizes underneath the plot of land, there's a vein of gold in which if he digs it up, he's going to be extremely wealthy. So what he does is he sells all of his belongings. He goes and buys equipment for him to go and start digging underground so that he can go and tap into the vein of gold and he can make money on his investment. So lo and behold, he digs and digs and digs, and guess what? He finds vein of gold, and he becomes instantaneously rich. Right? He goes and sells gold. He's got workers working for him. Now he's like digging. He's got this mega gold digging mining empire, and he became very, very successful. Now he kept digging and digging and digging, but all of a sudden one day the gold ran out. Okay, he kept digging, and all he found was just dirt, right? And his worker himself, they're digging and digging over and over and over again, and they're not finding anything. They're starting to freak out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is like the end of our journey. We're not finding much gold anymore. So what ends up happening is This gentleman ditches the effort. He says, you know what, screw it. We're just going to sell the company. We're going to sell the equipment. We're done here. There's no more gold. It's time to pack up and leave. Another gentleman walks by, and he sees that the equipment's kind of laying there and it isn't doing anything. And the new guy that walks in sees that this guy is about to quit. He says, "Hey, how much are you selling those equipment for?" And the original guy said, "Yeah, I'm just getting rid of it. Offer me a price." And this new guy goes, "Okay, all right, let's take a look." And while the original guy isn't there, the new guy actually ends up bringing an expert in geology, right? Someone who studies rocks, geologist, and comes in and tests the ground, the same exact ground that the original guy was digging, and he thought he ran out of gold. So this new guy that walks in with the geology expert does a little bit of exam. They test the soil, they do some examining as far as the ground, and the geologist expert says, "Hey, you know what? If you dig 3 feet more, if you dig 3 feet deeper than where this original guy stopped, you'll actually strike gold. In fact, this time you'll even strike a bigger and a larger vein of gold. You'll actually make even more money than the original dig." So this new guy gets super excited, and he digs. Of course, he takes a shovel and digs, and 3 feet below, guess what? He finds a new vein of gold, in which this time this vein of gold is far more bigger and larger than the previous original vein that the original man has discovered. Here's a lesson in that. The lesson is you never know when you're that much closer to your goal, right? You never know when you're 3 feet away from achieving what you want to achieve. Famous bodybuilder, former governor, I almost said governor, former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? You guys know who he is, Terminator. I like to call him the governor. But Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the bodybuilding champion, had a quote. He said, "Every champion has to go through a pain period. If you do not go through a pain period, you cannot become a champion." And if you really carefully ponder on that saying and that quote, it's true. In any accomplishment or any success that you desire to have, you have to go through a pain period. You have to go through this challenge, this bump that ultimately not only will make you stronger mentally and emotionally and spiritually, but it would allow you to become even more equipped, even more experienced. You'll be able to glean from those types of challenges to where you're going to be even more successful. So Arnold Schwarzenegger says it. I personally experienced, various challenges and bumps in the road to get to success. But guess what? It's 100% worth it. Okay, those challenging times, those times where you feel like you want to give up, if you can just pass, that moment, that temporary pain at the end of the road is success. So for my personal story of my family having to go through 11 attempts of trying to get a visa to come to the United States, that's a pain period, right? That's a temporary challenge that we had to face before we got to where we are today here in the United States. The second story, 3 feet away from gold, guess what? The original guy, if we just stick around and he became more disciplined and became more humble to go and seek expertise, and he would have just hang in there throughout the challenging times, I think he would have been able to struck the second vein of gold, which this gentleman completely missed, right? So it's a life lesson, guys. Don't quit whatever you're pursuing. If you're going through the pain period right now, this is all temporary. This soon will also pass. Okay, if you're looking to become financially free through real estate investing, or you're looking to become financially free through paying off your debt, whatever you want to achieve, okay, maybe it's a relationship challenge, whatever it may be, okay, all challenges will come to an end as long as you hang on and keep on pursuing and taking action and aiming to move forward at whatever you guys want to achieve. So don't be 3 feet away from gold and throw your hands up and say, "I give up." okay, the goal in itself is to be persistent. Okay, and persistency definitely pays. If you're at this crossroad of do I give up or do I continue, the answer is almost always to continue as long as it aligns with yourself and the goal. Cool. So those are the two stories I want to share with you guys, as well as some of the thoughts that I've had about today. Overall, today is really good. We have a lot of things coming up in the horizon. I'm definitely excited for. I can't believe it's going to be April soon, which I'm definitely looking forward to the warmer weather here in Chicago. So guys, I'm off to bed. I'm going to go wash up, and hope this video has been a blessing to you guys, an encouragement, I might add. I know a lot of you guys are going through challenges and hard times, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And guys, just know that this moment is a moment where you will be forged into a stronger, quote unquote, steel. Okay. This moment here is all trial and tribulation that will soon pass away. And what will come about is a new version of you that is stronger, that is even more equipped. You could be a blessing unto others, because who knows? Someone might be going through your challenges and your problems and your pain later down the road, and you can be there to guide them, help them, and lend a hand and pull them through those challenges and problems that you might be facing. So guys, appreciate you guys as always. Love you guys. I'm gonna head to bed. You can tell I'm a little bit tired, but I'll see you guys tomorrow night, day 4, before you go to bed.